it's really shitty to misgender someone, especially when they've made it clear that like you're misgendering me. Can you just not do? Can you not like? And if you keep doing it, you're definitely an asshole, but you don't deserve to be arrested.
Right.
Like you deserve to have someone say, "Wow, you're an asshole," and
that's about it.
That's about That's about the.
You can't even punch them.
Yeah,
that's what Call of Duty taught me. Is if someone calls you, gay, you got to call them twice as gay. You got to call them big gay. You know what I mean? Like
you're double gay.
You're double. You
big
can't,
time gay.
If someone misgenders you, swing back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
All right, you fucking dumbass. Like you dumb looking.
I love Tyler's insults. Yeah, you like, fucking dumb.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
I just roll with it. I'm just like, because something will come out. I'm like, I'll look at you long enough. I'll pick something.
Oh, after that,
I don't have anyone to look at right now, so I'm like, I was looking at Parker, but I'm like, I don't want to fucking pick on. Parker's cool.
Yeah, no one ever picks on me, so I'm very fragile.
Yeah. No, I don't want to pick on my buddies, but like if someone's fucking, getting in your face, you just pick out something to make fun of. Because if someone's okay. Making fun of someone for being, ugly is bad.
And funny sometimes.
You shouldn't do that. But if an ugly person starts getting in your face, call that motherfucker ugly. Go right ahead. Because you're not, because that's a weapon you have. And is it kind of a low blow? Sure. But you're not attacking them for being ugly. You're attacking their ugliness because they're an asshole.
I'm not a big enough man to not do that. If you're coming at me and being an asshole, and this goes to transgender stuff too. If you want to be called them, they, or her, he, whatever you want, if you show me respect, I'm going to give you the respect by calling you the pronoun you want to be called. But if you start like sitting here talking about how I'm an asshole, or like, well, maybe because I am a little bit of an asshole, but that might be a little different. But if you are not showing me the proper respect, I'm gonna sit there and just call you a dude, like just to piss you off.
Well, I don't know if I'd go there. I wouldn't misgender a trans person. I'd probably just like make fun of something else about them because I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, your thighs are thick.
Yeah, so I'm just like, look at ugly. Yeah, just go back to ugly.
Yeah,
just get back to call everyone ugly.
I'd be like, your thighs are thick because you're a man, and then they'd be like, I'm a fucking. It's just like, no, I'm sorry about that.
No, I don't. But like, I would. Yeah, there are certain aspects of you shouldn't be an asshole to people, but if they're being an asshole to you, it's certain limits that were previously there.
How far do you go, Parker?
I go after their entire life, their entire existence.
Yeah.
I talk about their kids. I talk about it all.
Yeah. Go after their families.
No, but I probably wouldn't misgender a trans person, even if I was getting heated. I feel like that's like, I don't know. It's not the same.
That's just below my pedigree.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm petty enough.
It's not the same as like the N-word, but it's kind of like the translation for transgender people. You know what I mean? It's nowhere near as bad.
It's a vehicle of oppression.
But even if I was getting heated with a black guy,
Explain that.
A vehicle of oppression. Like you're, basic denying.
It's like the worst thing you can do.
You're denying them the right to their own identity, to their
exactly.
Base. Okay. See, this is the part I don't understand. So I'd like to actually talk about this for a little bit. So
sure.
Yeah. Go ahead on to that. Because we've agreed on everything else so far.
We gotta stop doing that.
Yeah.
That's. It doesn't make for a good podcast.
No.
But no. Someone who identifies as a man or a woman or non-binary or however they identify, I think they got a right to that. And I also don't think it's really my place to say, well, because of what's in between your legs, because of your penis or your vagina or your literal genitals, which are none of my fucking business. Right. That's what I'm going to use to determine a part of your identity. And I don't know what that part of your identity means to you. I don't know how much of your identity your gender is. Mm-hmm. But typically when someone is, doesn't identify with their biological sex, that comes with its own baggage and you got enough to deal with.
Right.
So you've got your whole life you're being told you're wrong. And so I don't like going after that. just because it's like I believe that if you want to, like, if you believe you're a woman, then there's no reason I shouldn't, because you know you better than anybody, and if you really believe that in your heart, then there's no, it's not my right to say that what's between your legs makes who you are different from what you believe you are. That's just how I look at it, I guess.
Interesting. What do you feel the same with that?
I just feel like it's something. If you're transgender, it's obviously something important enough to you that it's been like a struggle in your life. You know what I mean? Like you've definitely I don't know. You've definitely had some like struggles and stuff. So it feels like you're like denying that person all that stuff, like their whole struggle throughout life. I'm not saying this very well, but
right,
like they go through life and their gender identity is obviously very important to them, and then you're gonna go like fuck you and everything that you've worked for, struggled against. You know what I mean?
Especially from the comfort of someone who, like a cis person, who the comfort of living your whole life with a gender identity that matches your biological sex. Like,
so,
like for me, it's never entered my mind that like I'm a woman.
But when you're saying gender
man.
identity, you're saying that like they just feel like they're a so it's like a transgender woman. They feel like were born a guy, but they should have been a woman, and they want to identify as a woman. That they don't actually think they're
not saying like that penis is a vagina, because that's biological sex, and that's science, and that again, that's none of my business.
Right.
What's between someone's legs, but until they let it become my business and we get to business.
Right. Because
that's the only time it's my business.
I've talked to multiple transgender people, and like I call them what they want to be called, but they show me a sort of respect, and they're not assholes towards me. They're good people. Like they're nice people, the ones I've met.
Yeah, good people are good people.
I'm going to respect what they want to be called. I don't give a shit. Like if your name's Tyler, and if you want to be like, oh, my name is now Mo Bamba. Like from that one song. It's like, okay, fine. I like you. I'll call you Mo Bamba.
Every time you bring up Mo Bamba, you say, from that one song. Something about that's funny to me. Like, Mo Bamba from the song. Like,
that's how you can. That's how you know I'm 100% white.
Yeah, I was about to say that's all the evidence we need.
Oh shit! I don't even
Fuck Ancestry.com.
But no, I am a proponent that if you want to be called that, you should probably be respectful of the people.
But when I want to be called Mo Bamba, like if I'm just hypothetically,
right.
If I'm Tyler and I say I want to be called Mo Bamba, what is the source of my wanting to be called a Mo Bamba? That's really, it may be a part of my identity, but it's more than, at its core, it's just another name.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you say I identify as a woman, that's not just changing a name. That's just
right.
That's a whole different thing. So, like, I haven't had to go through any, like, there's no struggle in me being called Mo Bamba. And when people call me Tyler instead of Mo Bamba, they're not
coming at you like
they're not denying me a part of who I am.
Right.
In the same way that you're denying a transgender person the right to be identified as they are when you misgender.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people mix it up by thinking that they're trying to claim that they're that sex, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they go into being like, no, there's only one or two sexes, yada yada yada. Which I mean, obviously, I think all of us would believe that, but I'm not like I said, I'm not against using the pronouns. But if you're being a dick towards me, you're just like if I feel that you're not a good person, like you get those vibes off people. It's not like every transgender person in the world is like a good, nice person.
No, I'm sure there's lots of trans assholes out there.
Exactly.
But I want to attack them for being an asshole. Like,
gotcha.
not for being trans.
Gotcha.
And like, it's just one of those things. It's like, I just, and it goes back to, like calling someone, like making fun of someone for being ugly. It's like, am I denying them a part of their identity by making fun of them being ugly? I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same kind of bad.
Nah, because they ugly as shit.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, it just doesn't, sting the same in my heart. Because I'm like, I don't feel like I'm committing as much a crime as I am by misgendering someone.
All I know is when I put on a little bit of weight, I get a bunch of man boobs going on, and if I'm in an argument with a transgender person and they point those out, I'm gonna be like, listen, you're not a real woman. Like,
I was about to, well, because it's just like, well,
like,
that hurts.
It's so hurtful.
I was about to, there's certain things that people point, like, hey, Tyler, where'd that little pooch come from? Probably when you were overweight as a kid. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to fill it in with muscle. There's a lot left. It's just loose skin everywhere. And that's like the one, it's just like, yeah, if you did get on me for that, I might like, I don't know. The claws might come out, but I'm not pro misgendering people. I'll leave it right there. I am anti misgendering.
Gotcha.
In any scenario I can think of, I'm anti misgendering.
Well, this
now in the same sense, I'm not going to go to a cisgendered, like I'm not going to sit here and be like, you're a woman. I guess that's the best analogy I can make. It's just being like, you're a woman. You should be doing woman things.
Yeah, but then I would be like, no, I'm not.
No, yeah, you are.
But yeah, I'd be like, okay, well, I don't like that guy. I'm not going to communicate with you anymore. Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like you were talking about, Parker.
But what if the whole world was doing it? What if most people were viewing you that way? They're just like, no, that's he. I mean, he might say he's a man, but he's a fucking woman. And it's all, and the only thing that determines that you're a man is the dick and balls you got between your legs. But based on biological sex, based on that argument.
But that's the thing, though. Like, you are a man because your genitals decide what the, yeah, right. But so you're just way more feminine than the average man. Right? You like to dress up the way that I don't see.
Well, you can be a feminine man too. You can be effeminate as shit and still identify as a man. See, that's where it just gets complex. Like womanhood isn't femininity, and to be a woman doesn't mean to be feminine. You can be a trans person and then be as literally as manly as you were before you began to identify as trans. But that doesn't. I don't think that makes you less of a woman. You know
what we'll do? One of these times, since we're going to keep doing this, we'll have one of our trans friends come on and we'll talk to them about it.
Oh, I don't know. That could get sticky.
Could it? I mean, I just
friends. Oh yeah, of course. Like as long as it's all from like a place of respect and love and all that. Like we're doing it like it's all love. It's all love. We're not going to be like, so what makes you think you're a woman? Like anything like that. I don't want to.
I'll be the Ben Shapiro guy because I'm not actually in the room.
Yeah, they can't do it.
My facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But no. It's an interesting little.
My facts don't care about your feelings.
I love just saying that now in situations where it doesn't apply at all.
What was the most recent one you used it in?
Do we want to go to which is better, Chipotle or Qdoba? And I said Chipotle, and the other person said Qdoba, and I said my facts don't care about your feelings.
Dude,
that is a fact though.
Like
you were right.
We would stop being friends, Parker, if you do that to me in person.
Why are you pro Qdoba?
Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah. Boy.
What?
Yeah, Qdoba's the shit.
Oh, I
love my chipotle.
Now that you say it, I can't even. You're gonna say Qdoba boy. It rolls on the tongue too much as an insult.
Yeah, it's too bouncy a word and it sounds too good.
Damn it,
Qdoba boy.
You've won this round. Okay, so do we remember the this person?
I think this is gonna prove. I think this is gonna set a lot of things straight.
This is what I'm talking about when someone's being an asshole.
You're gonna give me my fucking money back. Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
Both of you?
Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
Yeah, don't fuck with that lady.
Jesus Christ.
Now, that lady sucks.
Right, exactly.
But she's a lady.
I mean, I call her a lady.
She's a woman. I'd be like, but that woman is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, and her outfit sucks.
I'd call her a woman, and then I'd pick her for my pickup football game. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
The other thing that happens with, like, a lot of people who are a little bit even less conscious than, like, I would be, is they see clearly this is the beginning of a transgender woman, right? This woman.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah, like they don't have any implants or anything. They're still buff as fuck. Like
Well, that doesn't make you any less trans. You can pre-op, post-op. That's just it's all. I think it's all about identity.
Okay.
Like to question whether or not someone is trans because they have or haven't had any surgery. I don't think that's right.
Gotcha.
I think that's just a part of the process, and it's also super expensive.
I'm just talking about the aspect of like acceptance in other people's view. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like the further they are closer to looking to a woman, then no one gives a shit anymore.
Well, yeah, because society is very shallow and it's all about aesthetics. It's like if you look enough like a woman, I'll call you a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just the shallowness of society.
But did you all know that she's a rapper?
Really?
What?
You got any of her tracks?
Oh, I have them right now. That's why I set this up, sir.
No, see, this is the part where the video froze up for me. I didn't get to anything.
Oh, then you were going to enjoy yourself 100%.
Nice.
Okay, so
let's make fun of this. Like we don't need to misgender someone when they've given us all this.
Okay, I see where you're at. I might agree with you on this actually. Okay, so there's about a 47-second of going on here. Bam.
Superman.
Oh yeah.
Serotonin. No way.
I got a thing or two to say to you, so give this chick a minute. I'ma take the mic away from you. They got a thing to prove while millions of people talking shit. Watching Tipping GameStop, bitch, straight off the shit. Intentionally misgendered once, you're gonna get corrected. Do it twice, I'm disrespected. 3 times and I get aggressive. But the 4th to a sticker, need a 5th or summon demons. And the bitch is fit to screaming, so heated up fire breathing. Cause the sis just isn't seeing how it feels when they attacking us. And most don't even see it when they beat us till they fracture us. Until we crack and bust the ash and dust, you fucking laugh at us. You bastards just continue coming after us just to damage us. But bitch, we fucking fabulous, ready to chop ahead of 3 and put an end to teams that maliciously misgender.
Oh my god.
Yo, that was weak as fuck.
Dude, the amount of times she rhymed us with us is despicable.
Yeah.
Parker, first of all,
that was weak.
First of all,
weak bars.
I just want to say this. Those bars identify as straight fire.
They identify as straight
bars
fire.
Identify as straight fire.
Yo, she had a few hot rhymes in there. She was like,
which ones?
What? I don't know, like something about, like, I think, did she rhyme centipede with misgender me? Did I just hear that?
She might.
That's a very, like, that's not even a good rhyme, though.
Hold up, that's Kanye West style, though.
Or maybe I just heard I'm mainly just impressed that she's called Serotonin.
Serotonin is the best part.
That's the best rap name I've ever heard.
You know what's... Oh my god. You know what's funny? Before, like, you mentioned that right now, I never put 1 and 2 together of, like, serotonin. I was like, oh, Serotonin.
Oh, Miss Tonin.
Oh, Miss Tonin over here going with the shit. Okay, let's listen for that line he was talking about.
Need a 5th or summon demons, and the bitch is fit to screaming, so heated up fire breathing. Cause the sis just isn't seeing how it feels when they attacking us. And most don't even see it when they beat us till they fracture us. Until we crack and bust the ash and dust, you fucking laugh at us.
Yeah, until we crack and bust to ash and dust, you fucking laugh at us. I'm like, yeah, that's some... There you go.
That's some Eminem shit right there.
Was that the last part?
Until we crack and bust the ash and dust, you fucking laugh at us. You bastards just continue coming after us just to damage us. But bitch, we fucking fabulous, ready to chop ahead of 3 and put an end to teams that maliciously...
No, she said put an end to teens who maliciously misgender me.
They say teens or teams?
That's some pretty good alliteration too. I don't know. Maybe Serotonin.
Yeah, she'll be featured on a Tech 9 track.
But here's the thing right there. So she took what that guy did at GameStop as malicious.
Well, he did keep calling her sir. Like,
yeah, but he's getting yelled at. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Like,
but like,
we're just getting into all of this with what transgenderism is. Like, he doesn't know. It's not like he's sitting there doing it like maliciously to really fuck with her.
I don't know how malicious it was, but it's like if there's someone in your face at your place of work saying, "Call me fucking ma'am," you should probably just call him ma'am. You're a you work in customer service. You're not there to be like, I don't know, like. Not great customer service on GameStop's part. I don't know if it was malicious, but she's sitting there screaming, screaming in your face, "Don't call me sir," and you call her sir.
Well, in the UK, you could be arrested.
Well, yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because again, that's Orwellian. But fucking yeah, And it's so the main thing that gets to me is that it's so easy. It's so easy, like, not to misgender, like, not even in, like, the confrontational sense that we were talking about, where you're getting heated. Just, like, in regular, like, in just the real world scenario, it's so easy to just, like to have someone say, I'm a woman, and for you to say, like, okay. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world, and I don't understand why it's so much trouble to so many people. No, like, to make the mistake, if you make mistakes, and that's where I think a lot of people on the progressive side fall short, is like every mistake is an infinite failure.
Right, and that's kind of what gets to me sometimes.
Even ones from 40 years ago or whatever, it's just like, if someone really, you have to look at everything individually and just be like, if this person is willing to reconcile and do, I mean, and obviously it depends on the degree of whatever they did. There's so many factors that come into it, but if you accidentally misgender someone and then they correct you and you say, oh, I apologize, and then you move forward. If that can happen everywhere, I think everything will be a lot easier. Yeah, but it comes when people do maliciously misgender people, and on the flip side, when someone makes a mistake or has an honest slip up, and when so many people, like whether it's online or just in any sort of social faction, just get on them for it. Right. Be like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, just
how dare you not know what this person wants to be called?
Exactly. Like when you do that, you outcast people.
I've had that happen to me before too, where I've been like at bars and stuff, and the whole like, did you just assume my gender? Like, I've had that happen too, and that definitely turns you off from like wanting to, honestly know what people want to be called.
Right. Yeah, like if they just sat there and were like, oh, no, sorry. Not have to apologize. Be like, oh, hey, I'm actually this gender or whatever. I identify as this. Could you call me this? Like, that's how it could be. But like you were saying, Parker, a lot of people just immediately get just offended as hell. More so on this far left. And none of the transgender people I've met get like that. So I'm not even sure how realistic that sort of thing is. But most transgender people that I've met just be like, hey, by the way, I want to be called this. But we've been friends for a little bit. Yeah. So I'm not sure how it is with strangers.
And I also, I just don't think you can condescend anyone to understanding you or being on your side or getting
exactly. Yeah.
You can't just beat them down and call them stupid until they're like, because they're not going to be like, you know what, you're right. I am stupid and I'm wrong. Yeah. They're going to get defensive.
We're agreeing too much again. We got to get some controversial shit up in this hoe.